Good morning and welcome to the Planning Hearing Officer hearings for June 14th, 2017. My name is Laura Stotler and I'll be serving as hearing officer today. We have two cases and relevant exhibits are posted on the panels located directly behind me. The agenda, staff reports, and recommendations for each of today's cases can be found on the city's website. And a copy of the hearing procedures are available by the counter by the front door next to the agendas, and you'll also see copies of the staff reports there. Under the provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30.42 of the Glendale Municipal Code, a conditional use permit shall be granted if four required findings are present. For applications involving the sale, serving, or consumption of alcoholic beverages, there's also 5 criteria that shall be considered in making the 4 required findings for the granting of a CUP. Also on today's agenda, we have a variance under the provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30.43 of the Glendale Municipal Code. A variance shall be granted if 4 required findings are present. If the evidence presented in the application and at the hearings today meets the criteria, then the planning hearing officer can either approve or impose conditions of approval on the cases in question. If the findings, in fact, are not evident, then the request will be denied. Notification of this hearing was accomplished by the use of public notices, which were mailed to property owners and occupants located within 500 feet of the subject property. There was a notice physically posted on the site in question, and a notice placed in the local newspaper, and notification of the meeting was also posted on the city's website. Hearings will proceed as follows. I'll read a description of the requested entitlements. The case planner will make a brief overview of the case, give an analysis, and make a recommendation. The applicant will then be asked to come forward, stating both name and address, and will be asked to present the case within a 15-minute time limit. Others in support of or in opposition to the application and any other interested parties will then be asked to come forward to speak, stating both name and address, and they will have a 3-minute time limit. Lastly, the applicant will be given the opportunity to make closing comments if desired in response to any of the testimonies given by preceding speakers, and during rebuttal, there will be a 5-minute time limit. The hearing will be closed and the case taken under submission. After the hearing, the decision will be prepared in writing and will be in the form of a letter sent to the applicant and to all persons who have responded to the public notice, either by speaking here at this meeting or who have submitted written responses and where they have also provided their name and mailing address. The date of the decision will be the date appearing on the letter. However, if a decision is made at this hearing, the decision date will be today's date, and the 15-day appeal period, calendar days, will start today. Under the appeal provision of Title 30, Chapter 30.62 of the Glendale Municipal Code, the decision may be appealed to the Planning Commission within 15 days of the date of the decision. Anyone wishing to appeal may obtain the forms and brochures on the procedures from the Permit Services Center located in room 101 of this building. So if you wish to speak, please write your name and address on one of the speaker's forms. They're the green forms, and provide a copy to our planning assistant. I would also like to inform everyone that the official proceedings of the hearings are being recorded as part of the public record. We do have an announcement on one of the cases that's on today. It's agenda item number 2. It's located at 3200 Foothill Boulevard, Wells Fargo Bank, variance case number PVAR 1703994. This case will be continued without further notice to the regular planning hearing officers meeting on June 28th, 2017. So if there's any question about that, you can please contact this office and we'll be able to give you information about that case. Otherwise, we will see you on June 28th for the 3200 Foothill Boulevard case. That leaves us one item on the agenda. The first item, it's located at 725 South Glendale Avenue, Suite K, Descanso Thai Massage. It's conditional use permit number PCUP 1703702. The applicant's Janelle Williams of Williams Land Use Services. It is an application for a conditional use permit to allow the continued operation of a massage use located at 725 South Glendale Avenue, Suite K in the C3 Commercial Services Zone, described as lots 32 and 33 Randolph Track, subject to the standards listed in Glendale Municipal Code 5.64. The project is exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act review as a Class 1 existing facilities exemption pursuant to the state CEQA guidelines, Section 15310. And with that, I'd like to ask the case planner to please provide an overview of the project.
Thank you, Ms. Stotler. Good morning. As mentioned, this is a conditional use permit, case number PCUP 1703702, located at 725 South Glendale Avenue, Suite K. This is for an existing massage business located on the second floor of a commercial center. The business has been in operation since 2012. The subject tenant space is about 1,150 square feet and is one of 11 tenant spaces in the building. The commercial center is located in the middle of the block between East Maple Street and East Windsor Street on the west side of South Glendale Avenue, and currently there are 18 parking spaces on the property. The subject tenant space is surrounded by commercial uses to the north and south and across Glendale Avenue to the east. Properties to the west are developed with multifamily buildings. Staff has received comments from the police department, which I believe you have in your folder there. And Descanso Thai Massage is one of the existing legal nonconforming massage establishment that recently submitted their conditional use permit application in compliance with GMC 30.60.030. Staff believes that the findings can be met for the conditional use permit and recommends approval with the attached conditions. Staff is available for any questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, no, I see all the findings are also outlined in the staff report. It's very clear. I would like to ask now the applicant to come forward, or the representative of the applicant, Janelle Williams.
Good morning, Ms. Stoller. My name is Janelle Williams. My office is at 2418 Honolulu Avenue in Montrose. I'd like to thank Brad for all his hard work on this application, and thank you too, Dan. We'll just go right into the findings. We've looked at the conditions of approval and agree with all of the conditions of approval. And we will also, the business owners are here, Antonio and Pawadi Cipriano. So if there are any questions I can't answer, they're here to help me out. So we'll go right into the conditional use permit findings. How will the proposed use be consistent with the various elements and objectives of the general plan? The land use element of the general plan recognizes personal service uses as appropriate and consistent with its designation. It also offers a complementary element to surrounding uses in the area. With the approval of a conditional use permit, massage services are allowed in the C3 commercial services zone. The site is along a commercial area, Glendale Avenue, and that's classified as a major thoroughfare in the circulation element of the general plan. And we are in keeping with all of the pertinent elements of the general plan of the city. The proposed use and its associated structures and facilities are not detrimental to the public health, safety, or general welfare, or to the environment. The establishment has been in operation for 5 years, since 2012, without any detrimental effects to health, safety, general welfare, or the environment of the neighborhood. They will be renewing their lease for another 5 years. And the building and parking were constructed in 1981, so the site has been in continuous multi-tenant use for 36 years without any impact. The area is built out with neighborhood and pedestrian uses throughout the South Glendale area. The existing structure and use meet the intent of the zoning ordinance, and we have no reason to expect any detriment to occur with the continued use as a permitted massage establishment. The immediate vicinity of the subject site is developed with a variety of commercial uses, including retail, automotive, offices, and restaurants. We are also regulated by the state of California and have always carried and will continue to carry all necessary licenses, certifications, insurance, and permits. The use and facilities do not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses. No changes are proposed to the existing buildings as a result of this application. There are many types of commercial uses in the vicinity, as we've discussed, and approval of this CUP will not adversely impact any nearby uses. We think the location is well and appropriately situated with respect to other facilities, and it will not impact any property values or normal development in the surrounding area. Adequate public and private facilities such as utilities, landscaping, and parking spaces, they're all existing and are adequate for the establishment. The adequacy of the public infrastructure will not be affected by this application. In addition, we'd like to request a 10-year approval of the conditional use permit. Since there have never been any police or neighborhood concerns in 5 years of continued business operation, it is a very small business, but they've always operated with the utmost integrity. They've always carried all of the proper licenses and insurances, have always opened their doors to any kind of inspections, and have always passed. So, and it's a mom and pop operation. So we would request that. And any questions that you may have?
No, just that all the required licenses are current as required by the state of California.
Correct.
Okay. And there's no expansion. It's the exact same facility that's been there for the last 5 years.
That is correct.
Okay. I don't have any other questions. Is there anybody else here who wishes to speak? No, nobody else wishes to speak? All right. I'm able to make all the findings. Not only have you presented them here, but they're also clearly outlined in the staff report. I see no opposition to this, and therefore I am now closing this public hearing. I am able to make the findings, and today is now the decision date. I am approving this. The 15-day appeal period is now open. Appeal applications for this item must be filed on or before June 29th, 2017. So I do want to make one amendment to the condition. I will approve it for 10 years. So all the conditions that are in the staff report and the time frame for 10 years.
Thank you very much.
And this item is now closed. There's no further items on this agenda. Therefore, this meeting is now adjourned. Thank you for attending.
Thank you.